It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Thompson Sales, Kitchenland USA, Advanced Car Care Center, and Smouse Brothers Foundation Repair. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, good Monday morning to you. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. It was certainly a sunny, warm weekend. I was driving the Jeep, and it was just delightful. So we'll see what the week has in store. Make sure you stay tuned for Wake Up Weather with Abby Dyer. She'll tell you when we may have some rain, maybe some spots already seeing rain. So let's get to some news because we have a lot to tell you about.
Okay. In case you missed it over the weekend, there was news that a man in Arkansas was killed by a bear. The 60-year-old man was camping near Mount Judy, Arkansas, which is a beautiful area. Family members couldn't get a hold of him after a couple days. They asked for law enforcement to do a well check out there. And sure enough, they found that he was dragged away from the campsite and mauled by a black bear. The state crime lab confirmed that he was mauled by an animal, and the assumption was that it was a bear because the man had apparently told family members that the bear was around his campsite and had sent pictures of it. So now authorities are trying to locate that bear.
Well, I can't remember a time in the Ozarks, and we've been covering news here for 20 years, that somebody's been killed by a bear in our area. Can you?
I cannot either. I mean, I remember it being in the news when we were in the Smoky Mountains on vacation.
Yes.
Oh gosh, 5 years ago or something. And there was the exact same story had happened there. But yeah, I don't recall one here.
Yeah,
So, wow.
you don't hear it very often. Sad story. Well, as the morning commute begins, heads up on the roads this week. A major thoroughfare in Ozark is now shut down and will remain closed for about a month. This is something that a lot of people drive. It is the eastbound CC overpass that goes over Highway 65, the eastbound direction. So from Nixa, Fremont Hills toward Lambert's. The highway department there is adding an extra left-hand turn lane from the eastbound CC onto northbound Highway 65 in Ozark. So when it's finished, there will be two left-hand turn lanes on the northbound 65 off CC, but it ain't going to be finished for a month or so. So until then, you cannot get across CC from the Fremont Hills area to Ozark or onto Highway 65 northbound. So you have to figure out detours. A lot of people will be taking those.
Mm-hmm.
Campbell's going to be even more crowded. Can you imagine all the people headed to Campbell and then north?
Yeah, and it's kind of an interesting time because what's the other one that a lot of people used to detour? Gosh, what is it called? I think it's like Kissick or maybe Kissimmee. It's over the Lake Springfield, like kind of back by Evans Road.
That neighborhood, right?
Yeah, that one. See, that has a section closed too right now, like off of Evans Road, right by the Mercy Orthopedic Hospital. So that has like a probably 100-yard section of it totally closed down.
Yeah, a lot of people be driving down to 14 to get on 65, I guess.
Yeah.
And then in Springfield, major construction job now is about halfway completed. 1 year down, 1 year to go. The Renew Jordan Creek project we've been talking about for so long continues in downtown Springfield. Crews, of course, are working to bring Jordan Creek back to the surface after it was buried almost 100 years ago. $33 million project started about a year ago. It is expected to go up until about this time in 2026. There are rotating road closures that are part of that project. So heads up there.
Okay. Another big road project that affects traffic on one side of Springfield's busiest streets is also about halfway finished. The Sunshine Street Bridge project has about 2 more months to go before it's done. The overpass that spans a railroad track was demolished, and a new bridge is being built there by Scenic. It is expected to be completed in December. So lots of things to tell you about on the roads. Springfield, meanwhile, is getting back to 3 license offices this week. A new license office will open on Wednesday in the Liberty Common Shopping Center that's on South Campbell, right there by Walnut Lawn. The Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks won the contract from the Missouri Department of Revenue to run that. The office replaces the license office that was located on Battlefield. The Breast Cancer Foundation operates 4 license offices in our area, including the Republic location, which they just took over. That office is also scheduled to open this week. The Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks uses the net profits from the offices to pay administrative costs of the charity.
Yep.
You know the one. All right, some new life is coming to a problem spot in Nixa, the former Illusions Strip Club. That building has been purchased by a local insurance agent and will be turned into offices instead. The building on Gwynn Road has long been an eyesore and a spot where police were called to pretty often before it was shut down in 2020. In fact, I remember at one point it was the highest calls for service in the city. There you go.
Yeah.
Allstate agent Jane Young purchased that building and is planning to remodel it as her office space. There's a lot of work to do, so she is targeting January or February to get that open.
It's interesting. I was reading about that, and there's property across the street that's been for sale for a long time, and nobody's wanted it because they didn't know what was going to happen with the former Illusions building, if it was going to be pick right up where it left off. But now, since Jane Young has purchased that building, there's already interest in across the street. So maybe that area will, thrive now as a result of that eyesore being gone.
Yes.
Hey, congratulations to former Missouri State University Athletics Director Bill Rowe. He will be honored with the school's Bronze Bear Award for his support of the university for many, many years. Rowe graduated from MSU. Wasn't called that back then, but MSU nevertheless now. Then he worked as a baseball coach, assistant athletics director, and athletics director over 52 years with the university. He will be honored during the fall commencement ceremony in December. And whenever you think about Missouri State athletics, Bill Rowe is synonymous with all the success that they've had, the changeover to Division I, all the stuff that's happened. Bill Rowe has been a big part of. So congratulations to him.
Very cool.
His Missouri State Bears football team, meanwhile, did not play over the weekend. They will play their next game on Wednesday, kind of an odd game, a Wednesday game at Middle Tennessee State. The Bears are 2-3 so far this season in their first in the FCS. Up in Columbia, meanwhile, the Missouri Tigers climbed up to number 14 in the AP Top 25 poll without even taking the field over the weekend. They had a bye week, and it's sure that next week on Saturday will not be nearly as easy for them. The Tigers will host the number 8 ranked Alabama Crimson Tide on Saturday in Columbia. It is the first AP Top 15 matchup in Columbia in 46 years. And I will be on campus on Saturday for that. At a swim meet.
It's interesting how so we're going to not be at the ball game. We will be at a swim meet at the Mizzou pool, which is insanely nice, by the way. It's very, very nice. But Ethan and I kind of chuckled at how do they get those two things scheduled on the same weekend? Because hotel rooms are hard to come by and insanely pricey.
Oh, it's going to be completely nuts on campus. We're going to be fighting for parking spaces at a swim meet while this football
Something tells me that you will win.
On.
You know why? Because Ethan will park illegally if he has to. That's why.
Well, not on a college campus. I won't, because you get towed at a college campus. Believe me, I know that to be true. Unless I'm in a marked vehicle that says KY3 or some other news station. There you could, with those things, you can park kind of wherever you want, but not in my own vehicle. So it's going to be, but everybody, I can imagine the number of people out watching on their phones at the swim meet, the football game that's going on about 200 yards away.
Yeah.
Be a lot of us.
It's true.
All right. The Arkansas Razorbacks also had the weekend off. On Saturday, they will travel to Knoxville to take on the number 12 ranked Tennessee Volunteers. Tennessee 4-1 on the season. The Razorbacks have lost 3 straight, and it will be former head coach Bobby Petrino's first game back. He's now interim head coach after Arkansas fired their head coach about a week ago. So they got that going on with Arkansas. And the Chiefs, of course, play tonight, Monday Night Football. They will be in Jacksonville trying to win their third game in a row. We will be rooting on the Chiefs. And that's all your sports news after usually a busy weekend. It wasn't all that busy with all the buys.
Yeah. Okay, don't forget, speaking of the Chiefs, that we are giving away 2 free Chiefs tickets to go watch them play at Arrowhead versus the Commanders. That game is on October 27th. So just a few days before Halloween. Going to be a good one. Check it out right now at aroundtheozarks.com. You can enter our contest to win. All you have to do is upload a picture of yourself or your friend in their Chiefs gear somewhere around the Ozarks. Very easy to play.
Not at Arrowhead, but around the Ozarks.
Thanks for joining us for our Ozarks Kingdom Country contest. We've had a lot of winners, and it's kind of fun when they go to the ball game and then they send us a picture of themselves at the game with their free tickets. So yes, very cool. All right. I think that's it. Happy Monday, everybody. It's another work week, and we hope that you make it a good one.
Yep. Let's make it a short one.
Even better.